Hello guys, so today I'll be teaching you fractions. Right? The class would be very interesting and very interactive. Just listen to me properly and try to answer every question you hear in your mind. Okay, so suppose your mom throws a birthday party for you. She invites many of your friends. Okay, so what happened? She bought a very nice, beautiful strawberry cake for you. And this is how the cake looks. Okay, now consider a situation where only two of your friends come. Okay, so what you do now, you divide the cake into two halves, isn't it? And what you will call this half? This half you will call it as half or 1/2. Yeah, so this half you are saying this is a fractional number. Okay, now suppose three of your friends come. So what will you call this part? This you will say it is 1/3. Right? If four of your friends come, what you will say to this part? This you will say 1/4. If six of your friends come, this you will say it's 1/6, isn't it? So this half, 1/3, 1/4 or 1/6, this is what fraction is. We will learn more elaborately afterwards. Okay, so this is what fraction is. Now, since it describes us a relationship between a part or a whole, we call it as fraction number. Okay, so a fraction number is what? It describes a relationship between a part and a whole. How it describes, we will learn it more elaborately. Okay, you had a birthday party and you had a cake like this. Okay, I choose one part and I am writing it as 1/6. I don't know what it is. Okay, now the first thing which you have to consider here and it is very important that the part you divide should be equal in size. Okay, only equal number of parts are taken into consideration. Suppose I have a pizza and I divide it into 4 parts, but the parts are not equal in size. I cannot write this part as 1/4. Okay, how does 1/4 come? I will tell you. Okay, so that's what it is. Only thing you have to keep in mind is that you cannot write it as, the only thing which you have to keep in mind that part should be equal in size. How I write? I write 1/6. Now this 6 is denominator. Okay, we call this 6 as denominator and we call this 1 as numerator. Okay, right, so we call this 6 as denominator, we call this 6 as numerator. What it means that this numerator tells us the parts I have chosen. Okay, parts I have chosen, and denominator tells us the total number of parts which my whole part is made of. Which my whole part is made of. Okay, this thing is very important, right? This thing is very important. So suppose I chose one part out of these 6 parts, so I will be writing my whole part. Total my cake have 6 parts and I have chosen one part, so this would be 1/6. Okay, suppose if I chose 2 parts, right? So this would be 2/6. Suppose if I chose 3 parts, this would be 3/6. Okay, I chose the whole cake, right? Whole 6 parts, so this would be 6/6. Remember, this will be the total number of parts which my whole part is made of, right? Let us see what it is. Suppose I have 2 cakes here, right? My whole part is that I have 6 parts make my whole cake, right? Now what I choose whole cake over here and I choose one more part from this cake. How I would be writing this in fraction form? Can you tell me? Okay, so if the answer is coming to you 7/12, you are wrong. Okay, why? Because here denominator you have chosen 12, which means 6 plus 6 is 12, and this won't be the answer. Okay, what it would be? My whole part is now made of 6 parts, so it would be 7 by 6. That's why the fraction are useful. Okay, so fraction, if are not there, you cannot do the calculation related to equal part, right? With fraction you can find for percentages. With fractions you can do many calculation relating to a part of a something. Okay, so that is why fractions are important, right? So the answer will be here 7 by 6. I have chosen one whole cake and one part from here, or I have chosen 7 part where 6 part make my one whole part. Got my point? So I hope what is numerator, what is denominator, and how we represent fraction is clear to you. Now let us understand one more thing which is very important to us, and I call it as, it is known as equivalent fraction. Okay? Okay, so what are equivalent fraction? Let us see. Now you have done all of the partying, right? You ate a lot of cake. Now it's the next day and you want to eat pizza. So you had gone with your friend. So let us say you had gone to Domino's. Okay, now what happens over here? You got 2 pizza. One your friend bought and one you bought, and they are of equal sizes. Okay. Now what happened over here? You got a pizza which only have 2 slices and they are of equal size, and your friend got a pizza which have 4 slices. Okay. Now what happened? You ate this much of pizza and your friend ate this much of pizza. Can you tell me who ate more, or both of you have eaten equal amount? Can you tell me? Okay, so suppose if you write this thing in fraction form, it would be 1 by 2 and this would be 2 by 4. But by looking by your observation, you can say that, sir, we both have eaten equal pizza, but why my fractional value is coming different, isn't it? Can't I say that this 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4 since both of us have eaten the same amount of pizza? Yes, and if you can say that, you are definitely true. Okay, this 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4 and you can represent this 1 by 2 in 2 by 4. Okay, only thing is happening over here, the part size is changing. Here your part is this much of size and here your part is this much of size. Okay, but here you have eaten 2 parts and here you have eaten 1. Okay, so overall it makes the same. Now what does this mean? This is only what is equivalent fraction. What does this mean? I can convert 1 by 2 into 2 by 4 by just making a line over here, isn't it? If I cut this pizza also in 4 parts, I can represent it in the form of 2 by 4, isn't it? So equivalent fraction are fraction which can be represented into different forms. That's it. Okay, so what it is that 1 by 2 can be written as 2 by 4 or 4 by 8 or 8 by 16 anyway. Okay, how you find an equivalent fraction? Just multiply by same number in the numerator and denominator. Suppose 1 by 2 I have to convert it into an equivalent fraction. What I will do? I will divide by 2 in the denominator and multiply by 2 in the numerator. That's it. I will get the answer. So 1 into 2 2 and 2 into 2 4. Right? Now again 1 by 2, if I want to convert it into 4 by 8, I will multiply by 4 in the denominator and multiply by 4 in the numerator. I will get 4 by 8, isn't it? So my fraction can be written in any form. Okay, so 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4 is equal to 4 by 8 and is equal to 8 by 16, isn't it? Yes. Now you can do any calculation with it. This would be used in multiplication. This would be used in subtraction and addition of fractions.